The role of genetics in diabetes mellitus. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the MedEd channel. I'm Dr. Tao Ang, your host, and I'm so glad you're joining us today. In this episode, we're diving deep into a fascinating topic, the role of genetics in diabetes mellitus. Whether you or someone you love is living with diabetes, or you're simply curious about how genetics play a role in this condition, this episode is for you. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's get started. Segment 1. What is diabetes mellitus? Before we delve into the genetics, let's take a moment to understand what diabetes mellitus actually is. Diabetes is a chronic condition that occurs when the body either cannot produce enough insulin or cannot effectively use the insulin it does produce. Insulin, as you might know, is a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels. Without it, sugar builds up in the blood, leading to a host of health issues. Diabetes is primarily divided into two main types, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is an autoimmune condition where the body attacks insulin-producing cells in the pancreas. Type 2, on the other hand, involves insulin resistance and is often linked to lifestyle factors, although genetics plays a significant role in both types. Segment 2, the genetic connection. Now let's talk about genetics. Why do some people develop diabetes while others don't, even if they have similar lifestyles? The answer often lies in their genes. First, it's important to understand that diabetes isn't caused by a single gene. It's a multifactorial condition, meaning it's influenced by multiple genes and environmental factors. Let's break it down by type. Segment 3, genetics of type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is largely considered an autoimmune condition, but genetics plays a pivotal role in determining susceptibility. If you have a parent or sibling with type 1 diabetes, your risk increases. Scientists have identified several genes linked to type 1 diabetes, particularly those in the HLA region, or human leukocyte antigen complex, located on chromosome 6. This region helps regulate the immune system. Certain HLA gene variations, like HLA-DR3 and HLA-DR4, are strongly associated with an increased risk of developing type 1 diabetes. But here's something fascinating. Even with these genetic factors, environmental triggers like viral infections may be needed to activate the disease in those who are genetically
Segment 4.
Genetics of type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes has a much stronger genetic component than type 1. If one of your parents has type 2 diabetes, your risk is about 40%, and if both parents have it, your risk jumps to about 70%. That's significant. Over 400 genetic variants have been identified that contribute to the risk of type 2 diabetes. One of the most studied genes is TCF7L2, which affects insulin secretion and glucose production. Variants in this gene are among the strongest predictors of type 2 diabetes risk. Other important genes include PPAR-G, which impacts fat metabolism, and SLC30A8, which plays a role in insulin secretion. However, having these genetic variants doesn't mean you're destined to develop diabetes. Lifestyle factors like diet, exercise, and weight management can significantly mitigate your risk. Segment 5, monogenic diabetes. Now let's touch on a rare form of diabetes called monogenic diabetes. Unlike type 1 and type 2, monogenic diabetes is caused by mutations in a single gene. It's often misdiagnosed as one of the other types. Two examples of monogenic diabetes are maturity-onset diabetes of the young, or MODY, and neonatal diabetes. MODY typically develops before age 25 and is linked to mutations in genes like HNF1A and GCK. Neonatal diabetes, as the name suggests, appears in infants under 6 months old and is often caused by mutations in the KCNJ11 or NS genes. These forms of diabetes underscore how powerful genetic mutations can be in influencing insulin production and regulation. Segment 6, gestational diabetes and genetic risk. Gestational diabetes, which occurs during pregnancy, also has a genetic component. Women with a family history of diabetes are more likely to develop gestational diabetes. And while this condition usually resolves after childbirth, it significantly increases the risk of type 2 diabetes later in life for both the mother and the child. Segment 7, ethnic and genetic variations. Ethnicity plays a role in genetic predisposition as well. For example, South Asians, African Americans, indigenous populations, and Hispanic communities tend to have a higher genetic risk for diabetes. This is due to evolutionary adaptations and gene-environment interactions that make these groups more susceptible. Understanding these variations is critical for developing targeted prevention and treatment strategies. Segment 8, Epigenetics in Diabetes. Now here's an exciting field, epigenetics. This refers to how your genes interact with your environment. Factors like diet, stress, and physical activity can turn on or turn off certain genes. For example, a poor diet and lack of exercise can activate genes that increase insulin resistance, while a healthy lifestyle can suppress them. Segment 9, Prevention and Management. The good news is that understanding the genetic component of diabetes doesn't mean we're powerless. Knowing your family history can help you take proactive steps to prevent or manage diabetes. Here's how. Regular screenings. If you have a family history of diabetes, get your blood sugar levels checked regularly. Healthy diet. Focus on a balanced diet rich in whole foods, vegetables, and lean protein. Exercise. Physical activity helps regulate blood sugar and improves insulin sensitivity. Medication and monitoring. For those already diagnosed, medications and regular monitoring are key to managing the condition effectively. Closing segment. To wrap up, genetics play a crucial role in diabetes, but lifestyle and environmental factors also have a significant impact. By understanding your genetic risk and making informed choices, you can take control of your health. Thank you for joining me on this journey to explore the role of genetics in diabetes mellitus. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our MedEd channel for more insightful episodes. If you found this episode helpful, share it with your friends and family, because knowledge is power.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an important topic, the early warning signs of diabetes. Whether you're concerned for yourself or a loved one, recognizing these symptoms early can make all the difference in managing and even preventing complications. So, let's get started with the 10 signs you should never ignore. First on the list is frequent urination. High blood sugar makes your kidneys work overtime to remove the excess sugar, causing you to urinate more often. If you're waking up several times at night or find yourself visiting the bathroom more than usual, this could be an early warning sign. Frequent urination leads to dehydration, making you feel constantly thirsty. If you find that no matter how much water you drink, you're still thirsty, take note. Losing weight without trying might sound great, but it can be a sign of diabetes. When your body can't use glucose for energy, it starts breaking down fat and muscle instead. So if you've noticed a sudden drop in weight without any changes in your diet or activity, it's time to check in with a doctor. Even after eating, you might feel constantly hungry. This happens because your cells aren't getting the glucose they need for energy, so your body keeps asking for more food. Feeling tired all the time, even after a full night's sleep? This could be because your body isn't efficiently converting sugar into energy. Fatigue is a common but often overlooked symptom, so pay attention to your energy levels. Blurred vision can occur when high blood sugar affects the lenses in your eyes. Don't ignore vision changes, they could be a warning sign of diabetes. High blood sugar slows down your body's ability to heal and fight infections. Cuts, scrapes, or sores that take longer than usual to heal are something you shouldn't ignore. Tingling or numbness in your hands and feet is often caused by nerve damage from prolonged high blood sugar. This is known as neuropathy and is a serious warning sign. If you notice dark, velvety patches of skin, especially around your neck or armpits, it could be a sign of insulin resistance, a precursor to diabetes. A weakened immune system makes it harder for your body to fight infections. If you're getting sick more often than usual, it's worth checking your blood sugar levels. Now that you know the early warning signs, what should you do if you notice them? The answer is simple: consult a healthcare professional. Early diagnosis is key to managing diabetes and avoiding complications. Remember, these symptoms don't always mean you have diabetes, but they're worth investigating. The sooner you take action, the better your chances of staying healthy. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health-related content. Have any questions or personal experiences with diabetes? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and stay informed.